Now, the last few videos, we've done a little dueling top 10 list, but it is March the 1st, and I've tried my best all year to make sure that we grade the horses from month to month at the start of the month. I don't think it's a necessity, obviously. I'll be happy to tell anybody what I think of their horses, or how they think they're doing, what their strengths are, what their weaknesses are. Now, obviously, I don't like to, nor will I extrapolate from the data we have and tell you how your horse is going to be. That is a sucker's bet every time, because no one knows. And anybody that tells you they know are either naive or ridiculous, because there's no way. I can tell you which horses have talent. Sure, we can gauge that, no problem. Is it enough talent to be a stake horse? Possibly. But you still have to have that work ethic and that great attitude. And we do have some horses that have great attitude and great work ethic, but they also have to have the ability. It has to be that total package for them to be just a tremendous animal. It's rare. It's rare to find that horse. But it is possible. And hopefully we have some of those horses in our midst. Our 3-year-olds are coming back good. I'm really happy with our sophomores. But I do want to talk about the rookies right now. So we're going to start, Amy and I, she's going to grade them, I'm going to grade them, and you guys are going to get a clear view of what we both think of them. Now, you know what criteria I go by. Amy, what's wrong?
The sunglasses are right there.
My sunglasses were in here too. Did we take them both out last night?
It was dark.
It was dark, but we had them, didn't we? Doesn't matter now. Must be in the house or it's stolen. I don't know. I don't think it's stolen.
There was a pair there, too.
Yeah, there was 2 pairs. That's very rude. Anyway, we may be investigating a theft of our sunglasses at some point today, but for right now we're still going to talk about the babies. We need your screen on, do that. So you start, because you're doing the reading. Who's first?
Allie's got grit.
Allie's got grit. Now, we had talked about how the horses, the transition from going in sets, you see it, right? You've seen it the last 2 years, but you saw it this year. To bring horses in that aren't used to training in that set situation and then just drop them in, it's unique. It's very weird, and it's a very odd look, right? Because you can clearly see they look like skunks at a tea party. You have all the other horses doing their work, and these horses come in and they just look, they don't know what's going on. So it's hard to get a gauge on them. Allie's Got Grit's attitude kind of annoyed me when he first got there. But again, you got to give them a wide berth, because that transition that they're going through it's not easy. It's difficult. So I've been going with them the last 2 weeks. I know that Jason Merriman said he went great the last 2 times he went with him. He was very good on Friday. I'm giving him a B, because there's lots of room for improvement there, and I think he needs to improve. But I think there's a horse in there, so I'm going to give him a B, because there's a lot of room to improve.
I don't really think it's fair for me to grade that horse. I've never jogged him or said that.
You don't get to hide behind the grading system. You watched him train, and you've seen him on the track.
But I get him confused with you.
Well, then you can grade both of them the same if you want.
Well, I think one of them's better.
He wears hobbles, and
Okay, I like the other one.
Yeah, that filly, What a Lady, What a Night. She's got a really slick gait.
Okay, so I'll give him a B minus.
B minus. Okay, that's fair. That's fair. B minus isn't far off what I'm putting. B minus. Who we got next?
Arrowhead Hanover.
Who? I like Arrowhead Hanover a lot. I think he's got a bright future with us. I think when I think of the horses with the real slickest, squarest gait, but we call trotting square gait trotters, right? And when he's got the slickest, nicest gait, I think he's one of them. Top 3 maybe even in all of the state. What's that?
Gait?
Yeah. His gait's tremendous. His attitude, because he was a stud a little longer than everybody else that we had gelded. Again, it's coming on, but you're starting to see that transition. I went with him on Monday and went a mile in 2:37. He was strong, but running in close to one knee, just when he got trotting wide open, he was just a little narrow up front. He may never touch his knee, but I thought maybe a set of knee boots, running in a little bit on the end of the mile, maybe a line pull on the left, and then you went with him on Friday, and you said?
Well, I went with him before Florida,
Yes, you did, right?
And he was very nice to go with, but he just didn't seem super interested.
He was a little more attentive on Friday as I stretched him out a little bit on Monday and put him through the paces. I figured he would be sharper. I wanted to go with him, and then I wanted you to go with him. I had another horse I wanted to go with, but he was really good.
Yes.
I'm giving him.
No, I'm going first.
Oh yeah, you're. Oh, my apologies, man. You go ahead.
Well, I just don't want to seem like I'm.
No, go ahead.
Changing
You have to. Okay, go ahead.
So I would give him an A-.
A minus. So my criteria is simple. I'm going to give A pluses to horses that do everything perfectly and are excelling right now. And he is bumped right up on top of an A plus. I'm going to give him a conservative A because I'm certain this horse will get to A plus status. I like him. His attitude's getting better. And I like the fact that I worked him hard on Monday and he come back for seconds on Friday and looked really good doing it. I like that. So I'm giving him an A. Solid A also.
Okay, Atronette.
Atronette, now here's the opposite. I haven't gone with Atronette in a long time. You've gone with her multiple times. I think she's nice. I think she does her work well. I think she had times where she had a splint that was bothering her. She looked a little bit off. She'd hang on a line. We've since cryoed that splint. I'm interested to see what she's going to do from now on. I'm giving her an A minus simply because I think she's in the right frame of mind. She's done everything we've asked her to do, and she continues to excel. A minus because I think there's room to grow. Very talented filly, but I'm going A minus.
I agree.
You're just good. That's your whole. You're just going. I agree.
Yeah. There's a lot of horses here.
Okay. Oh, relax. We have 40-minute drive. Okay, so Atronette, we've agreed apparently on A minus. Now you're gonna go first then. Go. Who's next?
Aunt Lily.
Aunt Lily. Oh, this is gonna be a tough one. You head out there. Way to go.
I would say she can't be bigger than a B plus. Because I know that she's a lot better than sometimes she acts on the track. And I think that she's got a lot of... She's going to get to A plus
Okay.
eventually.
Mm-hmm.
But I still think she's immature.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that she doesn't always put her focus on the track when we ask her to. Sometimes she does. Sometimes she doesn't.
So you're giving her what?
B plus.
A B plus. I've only gone with her 3 times, and I think I pounded everybody with it all 3 times because I made her, I put her on her toes and made her do her work, but she never backed down, not even once when I went with her. And I thought she was
when
great.
somebody else goes with her?
And she's a big, strong filly she's got a little bit of an attitude and a little bit of a streak in her, and she can be mean sometimes. So I can see how she could get ahead of somebody, but she's never got ahead of me. And I think she's just a tremendously talented filly, and I can only see her getting better. Her only issue to me,
Well, if
just
you can
with
only
her
see her getting better, then you can't give her an A plus.
I'm not giving her an A plus. Are you grading for me now? Because I think yours
No,
done.
but you
went B plus.
I don't think you agree at all with mine.
No, I think you're very close. I'm giving her an A minus because I think the fact that I can beat everybody I've ever gone with in sets with her, I already know she's fast. I already know she's strong, and I already know she's very durable. But I agree, she can get a lot better. Her gait is going to have to clean up. With her being so heavy, is her choppy gait going to cause some issues down the road? I don't know. That's possible. But I will say, little caveat, Oso Pine was very, very similar in the fact that he was an Uncle Peter. He wore very tight hobbles, and he had a choppy gait and ended up racing all the way through his 2-year-old season and has been a very good horse for a number of people since then. So I don't disagree with you, but I have to put her in the A column because she's an A filly.
Yeah.
But I'm giving her an A minus because every time Amy's correct. There's been times when other people gone with her and she run or made breaks or just didn't do as well. Every single time I've sat behind that filly, it's been game on. And I love that about her. So I'm giving her an A minus. Next.
Baby Zet.
Baby Zet.
C.
C. That's fair. She's got a ton of improvement, but I will give her this. I agree. I'm going to give her a C also. I don't think she's done enough to get into the B column yet, but I will say this.
She's improving.
She trained before. She'd make breaks and pace and get out of gear. You have never seen a video where Baby Zet has trotted a full mile. Never.
She did the other day.
It's not a video though.
I know.
And when we trained on Friday, Joey went with her. And I went with the horse, the very very last horse we're going to talk about today, Yves St. Kent. And we went a mile in 2:49. on the trot, both of them the entire way. Actually, I made a break at the half, then come back and won. We were right together. She did not make a break the entire way. A clean line, 249 improvement, immense improvement on the horizon. I don't think you're ever going to see her as an A+ or an A, but she's a meat and potatoes, nice filly. I like everything I see about her. I'm giving her a C, like Amy, because I just see there could be a ton of improvement. I almost said B-, but I think that you're going to see her every week get a little bit better. Now that she's trotting, now that she's doing her work for an entire mile, going out there, understanding her job, and starting to excel at it, she's going to run up the ladder. How far she gets will be up to her, but I think a C is a fair starting point. Yes.
Bluebird.
Go ahead.
Bluebird. I gotta give him an A-. I think he's one of the top Ohio colts. I wish I had gone with him recently because that might have changed my grade.
Well, you went with Arrowhead to study him yesterday, and then
Yeah.
Jason went with him yesterday. So you're going to an A-.
I never passed him, to be honest. So yeah, I'll give him an A-.
I'm going to give him an A+, and I'm going to tell you why. No, yes, I am, and I'm going to tell you why. It's as simple as this. I haven't even gone with the horse in a long time, but I know he does nothing wrong. Nothing wrong.
No, he doesn't.
So if he does everything right, and as you said, he's one of our best colts, because he is one of our best colts, how can I give him an A+? Although he didn't go out there and throttle everybody and beat everybody, he trots square, he never makes a break, he's always ready, looking for a fight, ready to work. And I don't know why he finished 3rd or 4th the other day or any other time.
We had 2 pacers.
That's right, we had 2
We got
pacers.
beat by 2 pacers.
Right. I'm giving him an A+ because he belongs up in the A+ level. That's why.
So I don't understand it. You're giving a horse an A+ today.
Yeah.
You don't think they're going to get any better?
Bluebird
now
Tuxedo
and-
Hill will get faster, but will he get better than he is right now? I don't think so. Why would he get better? If he had anything he did wrong, then I would happily just give him an A or an A-. He does nothing wrong. So I'm going to give him an A+. That by definition alone, he's an A+ horse. I don't blame your A-. There's nothing wrong with that. But I'm going to stick to...
Blue Ventura.
I'll tell you right now, Blue Ventura could be any kind of horse. He hits the ground hard. He is a big colt. One of our biggest horses. But he can fly. He's a nice horse. Yeah, still a little grabby. We put a snake cord and a hood on him the other day, and he was much better. Who went with him the other day? Eric, maybe? No. Jason Merriman, maybe? Might have been Jason Merriman. He's been great. I so badly want to say A or A+ or A-. I'm going to give him an A- because he's fast and because he does do his work. And he has made the odd mistake, which is fine. He's a rookie, but he is a big, strong pacer. He is flashy, and I think he belongs in the A department. I think he's going to stay there for a while. If I was to say I had any concerns, it would be his size and how hard he hits the ground. Other than that, I think sky's the limit for this guy. He's got a lot of talent. He's PA, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, he's
I
Heston.
thought Heston was in New York.
No, remember we had More Than You Know last year. Raced in PA. Remember he went in 53 his first start and we sold him.
I forgot he was Heston.
Yeah. We had a few nice Hestons over the last few
I thought
years.
Heston was in New York.
You might be right. He might have started in New York.
Oh.
We never had a New York Heston. And I'm not saying that he had Sunfire Blue Chip was in New York. I think he raced against Heston. I want to say you're right, but Heston is in PA for this year anyway. Next I can see is Cadeau. It's hard to grade
I
Cadeau.
like him. He's regressed a little bit.
Well, because he hasn't been able to work as hard.
So,
The last time he had 2 training trips in a week, he looked amazing.
Yeah.
Then he was castrated. He missed a little time.
then he got his splits done.
Then he got his splints cryoed,
Yeah.
which were bothering him.
Yes.
So you have to give him a wide berth. Anything less than an A or an A- is a disgrace. I can't give him an A+ just yet, but he's getting there.
Yeah.
And he is a very, very, very nice colt. I love everything about him. I loved him when first time I laid eyes on his video. When we saw him at the sale. When we snapped the lead shank on him and went home. I have never not liked Cadeau, not for a second.
A-.
So Cadeau, A-.
Yeah.
The same as me then. I'll just say, I'm the same.
I agree.
I agree. A-.
Captain Incredible.
Captain Incredible has got, wow, how do I put this? He's got as big an engine as any horse we've ever had, I think. He's got as good an attitude as any horse we've ever had, I think. He is perfect in every regard. His hind ankles bothered him a little bit, and he had a dirty splint left front that was biting at him a little bit, and still went out and did his work. Now, I trained him. He trained so good on Friday that I literally, as I'm coming off the track, I said to myself, I should cancel that truck to Florida. And then I said, is it going to hurt him? The ship down's a long ship, the ship back's a long ship. But truthfully speaking, being on a clay mile track for 6 weeks, I just think the Captain Incredible could be any kind of horse. He is so talented, but what I love about this horse is his attitude. He comes out pulling him up and he's walking away. Some horses are shaking their head, they're a little angry, or this guy's always got his ears up. This is a stud. Big, huge stud. Always happy, always sharp, loves his work. I really, really like Captain Incredible, and it's impossible to say he's going to be X. I have no idea. But I can tell you one thing, 2 things. One, I believe he'll get to his full potential, which is a scary proposition, just because of his work ethic and his attitude. And 2, he is one big, flashy bugger. Doesn't wear a boot, and I think on that mile track won't wear a pole. I think he's going to wear a long hobble and a bridle. That is it. And you put all that together, the attitude, the potential, the natural ability, the work ethic, the gait. Who knows? But he's one good-looking bugger, I'll tell you that. He is a nice horse. I moved him 3 deep on purpose. There's no video out the other day, right? We knew we were going to cryo his splint Thursday afternoon. So he's training on a track that's a little firm. He's got to be bugging that splint a little bit. His hind ankles are a little bit sore. I moved him 3 deep in the middle of the turn on purpose, just to see what he'd do. Remember, I don't have any problem pushing the horses into a corner, right? Putting them in a place they're a little uncomfortable, just to see what they're going to do. Do you really want to do it more than the other horses? Or are you just flashy? This horse put 1 step in. It was almost like he was angry that he put a step in, and he just comes screaming out of the backfield. And it was Rose Run AJ on the front. I couldn't catch him, but we were flying at the wire, and he paced through the turn, past AJ into the backstretch. I was thoroughly impressed with Captain Incredible. The last 3 weeks I've gone with him, but his last mile on Thursday afternoon was probably his most impressive mile of his life. He is a nice colt, and he is heading Sunday to Spring Garden Ranch. Scott McEnany is going to train him for the next 6 weeks for us. April the 20th or thereabouts, he'll be heading back to, now, do we take him back to Northfield? I don't know. He looked some good yesterday, though. Some good yesterday. A+.
Really?
Have to. How can I? He does everything right and wants to do more. He was perfect the other day. A+. Do you agree? Do you have anything to add?
No.
Okay. Anyway, I like Captain Incredible. Who's next?
Century Legion.
Well, you went with him today, so
Yeah.
have at it, because I haven't gone with him in forever.
I feel bad grading horses, because the other ones I get to sit around almost every day.
Doesn't matter. They should be graded on what you asked them to do today. It should be a spot test.
Well, actually, okay.
Good afternoon, children. We're going to have a test
then
today.
He gets an A. And the only reason he doesn't get an A+ is because when I did give him his head after the wire, he made a mistake.
I can tell you why. He made the break
I don't
arm.
think
Mario,
it was his fault.
No, he ran himself off his feet trying to beat me, and that's what I like about him. And the running him off his feet. I know what he's doing. You can see the marks on his hind boots. He's chopping at his shins, just chewing at his shins. And for those of you that are saying, "Oh my God, don't tell me that," I don't know what 80% of the trotters will. If you take trotting boots, especially on a baby on a soft track, a deep track, and just put put Vaseline down them if you want. My old horseman used to do that, right? Just put that down there, and then go and train your horse. Before you finish your training, step on the gas at some point, and then come in. You can see what dirt has marked it up, but you can also see the marks from their feet. You're going to see, especially lion-gated trotters, long, lean, kind of narrow horses like him.
Well, I said he reminded me of
Yeah, the long tongue.
The long tongue colt.
Yeah.
Not of tongue.
Which one? Oh, the nice colt over here? Oh, yeah. I don't play nice.
Yes.
Yes. I don't play nice is bigger, wider, but yes.
But they have a very similar gait.
They do. You're right.
But I always fault the other horse because I don't think he can gain speed.
When I take the flip-flops off the other horse?
No, I'm not saying...
I know.
I'm just saying this horse reminds me of him, but he just feels quicker.
He is. He's quicker. He's got a little more twitch, a little more fat. What do they call it? Fast twitch muscle.
Yeah, like he even accelerated coming off the turn. He accelerated out of the turn.
Because they know what they're supposed to do. They want to do it.
The other horses, I find some of them still slow up coming out of the turn.
Because they haven't, no disrespect to anybody training them, but if you maybe pull the past performance lines up on those particular horses, you'll probably see similar drivers that have been going with them. Because they don't put them in a position to use that, put them in a position to bounce. Yeah. And I wish, I haven't gone enough with that. I don't play nice, but I'll tell you what, 2 or 3 training trips, just let me go with them 2 or 3 times in a row, and I guarantee you're going to see a different horse. And when it comes to Century Legion, I said to Danny, there's a million ways to fix it. It's March 1st. You want to put flip-flops on him? I don't personally think it'll work, but if you want to put flip-flops on him...
Why does he want to put flip-flops?
Oh, he thinks it's soreness. And
he has a giant splint.
He may be right. There may be a component of soreness there. He is a baby. He's a big, tall colt.
I just don't know how a horse can get sore on that track.
You'd be surprised what they do.
There's zero hardness.
Sometimes that's worse than a hard track. Nothing's perfect, right? And when it comes to this particular horse, what'd you give him?
I gave him an A.
An A? I'm going to give him an A also. I haven't sat behind him, but I like what I see. I like the fact that he's fast. And when he made American Mario, I just pushed him over the edge with Resolute Bay. Or Resolute.
Same as
Resolve, indeed, yeah. Well, I didn't push you as hard because I knew you did.
Well, I would, if I had have been like you and wanted to win that training set, I would have put him on
I always want to win. What are you talking
But I didn't want him to run on the video just to prove a point.
That's good. That's good. You did the right thing. Never break rule 1. Keep them trotting. So, I can tell you what's probably going to end up happening with Century Legion. Hobbles. And maybe a little blunt toe on him up front with a little borium across it, especially for this track here.
He's only got 2 corks on him.
He's only got 2. You can see where he's spinning off. He's spinning through the middle of them. The corks are rounded off. They're old. They don't really, they're just present. They're not really sharp.
Probably don't need corks anymore.
Well, you're not going to race. You're not going to train him with 5/8 round with no grab on up front.
No.
So he can, I would say, maybe a trot and swedge with a little borium on the toe with a blunt toe. Not quite squared off, but just a little bluntness on the front, just to let him spin off it a little bit. And I would put the hobbles on him because, as I said to Danny, it's going to get to a point of confidence, right? If he doesn't feel that he can get into 5th gear and really rock, he's going to hold back and hold back. And then if he's holding back and he gets to the turn and he starts to box his gate up and hit himself, now you're going to start making breaks. You don't want to see that. But having said that, all that is part of learning also. So I'm not too worried about Century Legion. I concur. I'm going to give him an A because I like the fact that he will boil over trying to win. And I like that. We can help him with the boiling over. We can't make him want to win. And I like the fact that he wants to win. So I concur. An A. Chicago Hall. It's pretty easy.
That was the horse with Princess?
That was the horse that you had me headed and then they come back on him.
Yeah.
You know, bow in his neck.
I would say he would get an A+.
You would say you're correct. That is a powerful animal. The only thing I said today, I want to put a little light blister on his knees, hocks, and stifles. We have toe weights and 5/8 up front and bell boots. Take the toe weights off. He doesn't need them anymore. He wants to come forward. Running in the turns a little bit. He'll get out in the straights a little bit. I know that Danny's going to want to put a head pull on the left. I don't know if I would yet. I go to maybe a line pull and a Murphy on the left. The problem with putting a head pull on, especially with the babies, a big strong colt like him, he runs in, they get up on that pole sometimes, then they lay on it and they actually get in even more. And then they get angry, and they come off the pole when you get into the straightaway and they'll run out a little bit more. So they wander quite a bit. I would maybe just go with a Murphy blind outside wide and a line pull, and I think he'll be fine. Or you can just give him a little room in the turn like I did today, because once he came out of the turn, I just tapped him on the tail. He near came right through his harness the whole way down the lane. He didn't just want to beat you. He wanted to beat you up. And I love Chicago Hall. I think this is a big, powerful colt who's very well bred. We're going to have a lot of fun with these 2 Hall colts this year. just going to go with I grade?
I said gave the grade first.
Okay, yeah, you did. Who's next?
Cleveland Masha.
Cleveland Masha was off a little bit left hind today. They thought she had a pus pocket or a high nail or something. Took the shoe off last night. I went with her today. You were going with her, and said she is a little off left hind.
Yeah.
And so Amy and I literally switched horses on the track. I got off, gave her the lines of mine, grabbed the lines of hers. She went with my Wicked Heart, who I was on, and I went with Cleveland Masha. Now, I put her in gear. I made her do her work today, and then when she got in, this is what I love. This is important. When she got in the mile, it was like everything just melted away, and she was all business. Like, I had a firm grip on her going through the wire.
I couldn't even get her to pick it up.
Oh, she had a firm grip on me going through the wire. You paced past me with my Wicked Heart. Danny was on the outside, and she was getting angry. She actually pinned her ears at Danny's horse.
Oh.
But I just had a grip on him and paced great after. Come back to the barn sharp. We took the shoe back off, poulticed that shoe up, and I said, just to be certain, give her the rest of the day obviously off. Sunday, Monday off. Maybe start jogging on Tuesday or Wednesday. Just give her some time. She is all business on the track. I like that filly, and that's the first time I've gone with her in quite a while. I like her a lot. She's a nice filly. I'm going to give her a B+. A little harder on the pacers.
Yeah, considering she did her work, she wasn't 100%.
That's true.
I would say she deserves.
Maybe you're right. I'll amend it to an A-. You're quite the defense attorney.
Well,
you're right. I'm going to give her an A-.
Especially.
You're right. A-. She deserves it. She was good today.
Country dancing.
Country dancing, Splint was bothering her quite a bit. She had got rough on you a couple of times. I only gone with her a couple of times. I thought she was bionic. And then Amy got with her a couple of times. There's no lying. You can look at the video. She got out of gear a couple of times down by the wire. I think that was at Splint. We have a crowd. I suspect she'll be full speed ahead now. I think she's got a lot of talent, a lot of speed. I'm going with an A- because I love what she's done.
Yeah, she's an A+ filly for sure, but she just
Fair.
has a couple of wrinkles.
I don't disagree with that. I think you're right. Couple little wrinkles, nothing major. I think that Splint was likely the core cause of that. There didn't seem to be. No, that's true. She was in heat, so I didn't see any secondary issues with her. It just seemed like one little wrinkle. I believe we've nipped that in the bud, and we'll see how she is on Tuesday. But happy with what I saw from her.
Dancing by myself.
Oh my God, we did a lot of high mark horses.
I know.
Jason McGinnis swears this is the best horse we have.
We're only at D. It's been half an hour.
That's the way it is.
You gotta stop talking.
Okay. Dancing by myself, A+. Jason swears he's the best horse we have. I don't know if he is or he is not. He is fast and he is tough.
Fire and Shine.
Fire and Shine, I'm giving a
B-.
B-? Wow, you're mean.
I'm not mean.
That is mean.
Okay, she gave a B.
She hasn't done anything wrong. B- is like, get your shit together.
Well, there's so many good pacers.
I know, but she does her work and looks good. Eric went with her 2 weeks ago. She looked amazing. I could have said A-. I'm going B.
Okay.
B.
B.
Very mean.
Foxy Seaside.
B.
Very similar.
B, 100% similar. A few little aches and pains. We crowd some splints on her also that were bothering her. She's a big, strong filly with lots of talent. But, as Amy was right, to get into that A category, you got to be an A horse right now. She's not. She's getting there. And maybe she was. I think the last time I graded her, I gave her an A- actually. Foxy. And I think she could easily be.
Foxy, her attitude, you don't know what. Yeah. It depends what day you train her.
She might have schizophrenia. She might.
No, but she quietly is like that.
Yeah.
Like yesterday, she threw herself because she had a head pull on.
And
she's been wearing a head pull for a month.
Yeah, she's just got a very strong attitude. Very strong attitude.
But any other day.
I told him she keeps throwing herself like that, she'll wear a roller bear and I'll go with her. And we'll see how funny she is.
But some days she doesn't care. So she could go out and train like an A horse on Wednesday.
That's
and then
true.
Saturday she could go out.
But that's what makes her a B horse. You have to be an A horse consistently to be an A horse.
Why does it do that?
B. Oh, it's not your fault. It's timed out on this site. So you have to do is go to horses. And horses, and then click on the age button. Age. No, just the age button.
Oh.
There you go. There you go.
Okay.
Get us the next one.
So it's Freedom Hill.
Freedom Hill, I'm giving a B- too because her attitude is not the greatest. There's going to be a lot of people saying, oh my God, I own Freedom
She's
Hill.
fast.
She is fast. And I've seen this tons of times. Go back and watch Swinging Senorita's videos from February and listen to me talk about her. The What the Hills are a different breed. They're like made of this they're not as malleable as the other horse. It takes a lot more work
Stubborn.
to polish them. Yes, stubborn. They have attitudes on them like cows, literal cows. That's not me being derogatory, and
Or
that's me saying,
donkey.
yeah, just they want to do something wrong to spite you
Yes.
until you make them do it right so many times. They're like, fine, I'll do it, and then they're good. And that's where we're at the start of that with Freedom Hill. She was good the other day when I went with her, but I am giving her a B- because of her attitude
She right.
right now. Nope. She allowed me to keep her at it, and I was a hobbles on first time.
Yeah.
And she was smoking. Murphy blind inside, I think she's fine. If she got in at all in the turn, she would make a break. We did put bell boots on her. I'm going to take the boots off and put vet wrap on her, and we'll see if she's touching anywhere. I'm going with A-. My back is itchy. I didn't tell anybody. The mouse.
No.
I put my suit on, and I'm walking around like, what the hell is going on? I think there was a mouse in my suit. Amy doesn't think there was. I'm telling you,
No,
like
I
a little
don't- I
mouse
don't
in
know.
my suit. It's bugging me. It's been bugging me. And now I don't really care that much. It wasn't like I was super freaked. It was her. Literally, she would strip down naked and run back to the barn. That's how much it would have bothered her. I didn't care that much, but it was annoying me.
Because it was
Still-
crawling around.
Yeah. But I don't like.
Ugh.
I don't mind that stuff that much. But it was annoying me.
Yeah, so you just threw it in the washing machine.
Well, that's his fault. Should have get it. Hope he had a snorkel.
Oh my god.
All right, next.
Gaslight Hall.
A+. Both those Hall horses are A+ horses. Both were very good. I thought the same thing Danny did pulling up. Danny said his hobbles were too tight. He put them on, and they're right. It's no big deal. Who cares? But I think both these colts are going to be lights out. I love them both. Gaslight Hall can fly, and so can Chicago Hall. Flawless at this point. A+ across the board.
Yes. Gorgeous package.
Tell me all about Gorgeous Package, Gorgeous. You went with her the other day. So Gorgeous Package has been like, when we got her, you know, if you hear her in the barn, she makes this weird noise with her nose. But we've had her scoped and looked at. There's nothing there. She doesn't make it on the track, but she makes it in the barn. It's weird.
It's like she's snoring.
Yeah, all the time.
There was a Spitfire video.
Yeah.
That's what she sounds
Yes.
like breathing at rest.
Yes, so it was weird, and we're going to continue to investigate it, but nothing has been found, and this filly keeps getting faster and faster, and nobody really pays attention to her. She's like the little runt that no one pays attention to. Well, you're going to have to pay attention to her soon, because she can fly, and Amy found that. Amy hadn't gone with her in a long time. I told her, very finicky with her mouth. You got to be very light with your hands with this filly, because she does get wound. And how was she the other day? Because I haven't gone with her in a long time.
She was good.
How good? That isn't really descriptive
No,
enough.
she surprised me.
Very fast,
Yes.
very strong filly. Was an easy winner in her set, by the way. Amy didn't tell you that.
No.
Okay.
What'd you give her?
She's not perfect with her mouth.
No.
She has made breaks. A, straight A. You
I was
can't
gonna
give her.
say-
That's mean if you don't give her an A. You won the set with her the other day and beat some good horses. You give her what you want. It's your mark. A- for Amy, A for me.
Okay. Grand old chap.
C-. He's got to hang out at C- until he's doing. He's
Okay,
trying.
I did want to say one thing.
What?
When you came out on the track,
I told everybody we're going to get a... Mike figured it out. Mike said, he goes, it might be worth getting a bone scan just to see if maybe he hurt his pelvis when he was a baby. It's not anything he
It's
can't
up
work
high.
through.
Yeah.
That's not anything and he's getting better. So obviously you can work through it, but it would be nice to know where it is, if it is something, which I assume it is, where it is, what our options are, and what we can do. Can we help this horse? Because he's trying his hardest to help himself. Can we help him? I want to say yes. So we're going to go. We're going to get a bone scan done. It's not super, super expensive.
I mean, at this point, we have to.
I think you're right, and you hit it right on the head. I told everybody by March 1st I'd like to see and I have seen improvement. But for us to look at where he is now and say we could get to the race even by September, I'm curious. I think we've come to a point, athletically speaking, where maybe we should do a little investigation, a little more. We've already X-rayed him everywhere. There's nothing there under X-ray, and you might say, well, that's everything. It's not. It's not everything. If it is up high in his body, you really have to get it. Mike said you have to get a bone scan done, so that's what we're going to do, I think.
Yeah.
I'm giving him a C-, but he is trying. His attitude's an A+. I know he's been a little rude, but he's just getting frustrated.
I know. But I was going to say, when you came out of the chute the other day,
Yeah.
I know eventually he did run away with you a little bit on the
I
mount,
let him.
but he trotted
He didn't.
Fast.
Yeah, not bad. Not bad.
But you were going a good clip with him.
I was letting him roll along.
And he didn't like throw that
No,
leg
he's
out
gonna
as
get
far.
better. He's gonna get better. I think you're right. We do need to investigate. C-.
Grand Slam Deo.
I'm giving her an A- only because I know how much better she could be. I'm gonna put the hobbles on her back on her on Tuesday.
Why'd she run?
Yeah, she did, but when the track's hard, she's not as good. I think she's gonna love Kentucky this year. I can tell you that. The track does bother her when it gets firm. A couple of weeks it's been nice and soft, and she's been so strong and so good. And then the other day it was firm, and I could tell when on the track she was a little more agitated and not quite as smooth. And then the opportunity arose for her to make a break, and she took it. She made a break. So I'm giving her an A-.
Okay.
But you didn't grade her.
I've never.
We both have to grade them.
Okay, A-.
Oh, I don't know if I like that. Okay, fine. You got me. A-. Let's go.
Like, I don't know what you want me to do.
Grade the horses.
Same with the next one. Green Glitter.
Green Glitter.
Can I go by how she jogged the other day? Because that's
You don't like her, and she doesn't like you,
I
actually.
don't mind her, actually. She actually reminds me a lot of Insider Trading.
She's very nice,
They have the
filly.
same
Only
name.
thing she does is throw her head. So she's not perfect, but she's so fast, I can't not give her an A+. She is not perfect.
A+.
But how isn't she an A+? I don't know if anybody can trot with her right now. She can even dancing by myself. Might have a match race someday. But Green Glitter, she does throw her head once in a while. She is a little ornery. But she wants to make up for it when she does make a break. And the only times I've seen her make a break, she's already recovered and beat the set anyway. So I'm giving her an A+.
So it's okay for her to make mistakes.
Everybody makes mistakes in the world, Amy, once in a while. Although I guess if she's going to get better from that,
Right.
it's no A++. So
she's an A.
fine, I'll give her an
Gymboree.
A. Same A. She
A.
makes mistakes but can fly.
Yes. Well, you can't go right now.
Why? It's a straight yellow blinker light. What do you think? That's not a race car coming off the line. They're going to slowly go forward. And I didn't go through a red. It was yellow.
So Gymboree gets an A.
A, yeah.
He's a grape guy.
A. He's a great guy, can fly. He had 2 giant curbs that had to be killing him. I think maybe a splint also, if I'm not mistaken. And still look good. I won't forget for a while the day that Joey put him on the front and he pounded everybody. The horse can fly. He's a great guy, is an A. You got to grade him. You went with him too.
Last time I went with him, though, he was not.
So that's why you get to grade them. Both of us.
But that was a month ago.
It doesn't matter. Your grade's a grade.
I would say if I was going to compare him against our other colts, I would give him an A-.
Okay, so A-.
But I also gave Tuxedo an A-. Did I?
Where's
You gave him an
Tuxedo?
Blueberry.
Oh, I gave him an A+.
I think I gave him an A.
No, you gave him an A-.
So I can't give that guy. He's an A-.
Okay, A- it is. Pick it up. Follow behind you.
High hopes.
High hopes, a B. And I only say that.
Really? I thought
Yeah.
you gave her a B+.
No, I like her, and I think she's going to be an A+. But her attitude going in and out of the burn, she can be a little sulky sometimes. She gets a little rickety in the corners. All these things are fixable, and all these things will be fixed. But it would be hard for me to give her this enormously high grade, knowing what I know about the filly. So I am going to stick her with a solid B+. Did I say B+ or B? B+, right?
I said I was surprised.
I said
it wasn't,
B, I think.
You did say B. I said B+.
No, I'll give her a B+. That's only fair.
Okay. I don't play nice.
A+.
A.
I love I Don't Play Nice. I think he's going to be an exceptionally
I think this
good
is
horse.
Buck's.
Is this Buck Spa? We're not going to be here all afternoon. I need to ride to the mall, remember?
You know?
What time is it? Yeah.
No, 2:45, wasn't it?
She said 1:45 to 2:30 anytime in there.
Oh, okay. Go then. I got to get Ollie at 3.
Yes, that's the other reason. Yeah, and then, Ava got her paper, right? Why don't you text her and ask?
Yeah, it's not at the front door. I texted her twice. She didn't answer me.
Oh, so she's doing something. Okay, what are we doing here? What are we at? I Don't
at
Play Nice.
A.
I think I Don't Play Nice is... Well, he's perfect. He does nothing wrong. He never makes a break. He trots forward. I don't know how you can give him anything but an A+. So A+ for me.
A+. I'm a trucker. B-.
I'm a trucker. Yeah, I think that's fair. B-. I like
It's not
him.
his fault. He's lost.
There's a lot of people out there that are going to say I'm a trucker guy. I'm a trucker is not perfect. He had OCDs out of his hocks. His hind end, he loads weight. His knees bother him a little bit, but he's growing up. What are they building
I don't
here?
know. They're supposed to be putting an arena here.
Oh, Really?
But I don't know if that has anything to do with that. Oh,
Goodness.
maybe they're making it in a football
Maybe.
field. Better.
Wow.
I don't know.
I don't play. I'm a trucker. I think I love his attitude. I like what he does on the track. He never looks to back down. Sure, he's made breaks. He's made mistakes. He's not sound. But he will get sound. And that's the one thing everybody has to understand. We continue jogging. And he said, well, just give him time in a stall. And, turn him out in the field. I don't. Why? I think if we just take our time with the horse, allow him to just quietly do work. I saw Eric. He went on the track the other day for 2.5 miles. For 2.5 laps, he was fine. Third lap, he was a little pinchy. So I said to Eric, pretty clear he can do about 2 miles right now jogging without getting sore. So that's what we're going to jog him. Let him tell us. He's going to tell us what he's comfortable doing. And he's not lame. You just see a little ginger.
So why do some horses go out in their lane
And they thaw out.
And then why do some horses get worse?
It's maybe where the injury is, right? Where it is, how they hit the ground, and what stage it's at. If they're getting over it, they're going to get better as they go along, right?
Yeah.
That residual lameness will dissipate, and then they'll get sounder, right?
Because I always thought if your horse goes out and is sore and warms out of it, it's usually a knee.
Could be, but it could be a foot also. That happens all the time.
There
could be a lot of things. You just have to take a look at how bad they were when they were out and how much better they were. And more importantly, the most important smell test of all that is how they are the next day. Go out and jog them the next day. If they're lame the next day, you're on the wrong track. So when it comes to Trucker, I told him, I said, just go out. We're going to keep painting his knees and working on his feet. With trotters, maybe not 9 times out of 10. I'll say 9 times out of 10, but a lot of the time it is their feet. It comes from their feet, and there's nothing saying that his feet aren't bothering him a little bit. If he's loading weight from those hocks that hit OCDs, if he's underneath himself and loading his weight on the front end, his feet might be a little sore, which is only going to put more pressure on his knees. So nip it all in the bud. Paint, blister him, work on his feet, and just jog him very lightly. Let him tell you what he wants to do. I'm a trucker. I would be shocked if he didn't make it to the races this year. I like this horse. I like his gait when he's doing his work. Just need to help him out and go easy with him.
I'm ready to.
Another horse. His knees bother him a little bit, but a very fast colt and tough. I like this guy. I'm giving him an A- because I watched Joey go out and obliterate everybody with him last week, and he looked fantastic. I like this horse. I'm giving him an A-. The knees don't seem to be a huge problem right now. They're just a little discomfort there. We'll be able to nip that in the bud. I think I'm Ready To is a nice colt. And it's going to be a nice colt to drive all year. You didn't mark him, by the way.
Well, I was going to say B+.
B+? All right.
That's close.
Okay.
Lanky, I would say an A-.
I would say an A. Tons of speed, makes very few mistakes, can fly. And knowing the talent her sister had and how mean she was and how this filly is not, I think this is a better version of Compass Rose DC. And I think she's an A.
LT Troubadour.
LT Troubadour. I know where I think he's getting, but this isn't about where we think he's going. It's where he is. I'm giving him a B+. And I think he's going to be an A+ colt by the time July gets here, but he is a B+ colt. Still hears those voices, still sees those demons, makes mistakes in stupid places. Now, we did castrate him.
Yep.
I think he's a B+ colt right now, and I think he will be an A+ colt come June or July.
Manhattan Money.
I know what you're going to say.
What?
B-. And he is.
Yeah.
He is right now a B-.
I don't know how fast that horse is.
And that's the other reason I can't give him anything higher than a B-, because I don't know how fast he is. Eric always goes with him, and he's always been very...
He's rigid.
Very rigid is a good term. He's standoffish. He's hard to deal with. He does stupid things, and if you push him around, he can be mean.
Yes.
So there's a lot going on there under the hood with this guy, but he has trotted nice. We just recently put the hobbles on him. I'm going to go with him one of these days. I think with a Murphy blind and a head pull on the left, because he does get in a bit. Put bandages on him, put a set of bell boots on him. Traditionally, dress him up like a traditional trotter. I think this guy will accelerate. That might sound a little silly when you say it like that, dress him up. Just put the gear on him that a normal trotter would wear this time of year. He doesn't need knee boots. He doesn't hit his knees. Just add a little weight up front, take a little weight off behind, put a Murphy blind and or a head pull on the left because he does run in. Let him rock. Let him do his work. But today, right now in this car, B-, 100%.
Melisandre.
she's an A+. Melisandre, anytime I've gone, I know she's cheated on you a little bit from time to time.
I would
but-
have given her a C after that 2 videos ago.
Yeah, and then she came right out with just bombed everybody. And that's how she is. She plays games. She takes what she can away from Amy. But when it's go time, anytime I've sat behind her and I've quietly said to her, hey, let's go.
That's why she bit you yesterday.
No, she tried to bite me. She didn't bite me. She thought she was all tough guy because I had my back to her. She didn't even have the balls to bite me. She just kind of acted, I'm going to bite you. And then she didn't. She kind of bit at my coat. Anyway, Melisandre, A+. She can fly. Love this filly.
Melisandre. Memento Mori.
A+. Anybody doesn't give him an A+, hasn't been paying attention. The horse can fly. A+
Yep.
across the board.
Mountaineer Prince.
Mountaineer Prince is an A-. Nice colt. I can't give him an A+. He's made mistakes. He's done.
He's been making breaks lately. I don't know why.
I think the problem was he's looked really flashy a few times, and everybody thinks that he is Memento Mori.
Right.
And they put him in a position to be Memento Mori. Here's a little news flash. Nice colt, but he's not Memento Mori. And when it comes to this colt, he is an A trotter. Does everything nice, and it is worth mentioning that he is a Michigan colt. He doesn't need to be Memento Mori either.
Correct.
And I think nice colt. I'm going to throw a little A- at him.
Okay. A-. I was gonna say B. So.
Okay.
My Wicked Heart.
I like what I saw today with her. If she had made a break on you or cheated or anything, I would say, I like her. I like what she did today. She come up the inside. She was given an opportunity to win her training set, and she won it. And that is important. People don't understand how important that is. It's one thing to go out and just flop around and do your work. It's quite another to go out there and get the job done, and she did it. So good for her. I'm giving her a B+.
Yes. Just on work ethic alone. I would say.
Yes, I think that's fair. Is this guy leaving or he just went to get something?
Why is this place so busy?
Just, I don't know. People want to go shopping on a Saturday. I don't know. I know you hate malls, so.
Never Lose Felix.
Never Lose Felix. Hard to judge this guy. He had a nasty pus pocket the other day. Kept him out of work this week. I can't possibly give him a C because he can do his work and he is fast, but I can give him a B-. He's got some work to do, but he's not a horrible horse, and I'm giving him a B-.
He makes mistakes when he shouldn't.
That's why he's getting a B-.
Officer Soldier Boy.
It was good today. It was the horse on the outside of you when you went by me with My Wicked Heart. I'm going to give him a B.
Yeah.
Looked fine to me.
Oh Hell No.
Oh, hell no. I'm giving a C too, and the reason I got to back her up, she has deficiencies. Her knees bother her a little bit. She's growing. She gets these big, lanky stifles. Nothing that is lame. She's not lame, but she did need a little bit of help, and we gave her a little bit of help. Just give her a week or two off. It's hard for me to come out and give her a... What did I give the other horse we slowed down? A Trucker. I give him a
Like
C.
a B.
No, did I? Okay,
Yeah.
I gotta give it the same. B-. Couldn't have given more than a B-.
Not a C.
I'm giving him. I'm giving her a B-. That's right. That's not fair. She has done work. She has looked good at times, but the consistency has not been there. Her knees bother her a little bit, and I have to always hear that voice in my head. Her brother injured himself last year training, so just be careful and don't push too far. And that's kind of where we're at with this filly. Will she make it? Yeah, I'm sure she will.
But it's interesting because her and her brother, she's giving us a little bit of a hint, but like he was like,
He did. We just weren't paying. Like he would get on the left line, finishing up the mile. We thought it was his stifles were just loose, or maybe his knees were bothering. It turned out he had a tiny suspensory left hind that ended up blowing up.
Yeah.
Now it wasn't bad. We nipped it in the bud, and he made it back, and he's racing now. But I can't help but think she too gets on the line a little bit, gets out of gear a little bit. Maybe just be very careful.
Yeah.
So
because they don't really give you the feeling that you
I
need
saw
to stop
I
with
saw
them.
you the other day. I told you the other day. She doesn't look lame. She looks awkward.
Yeah.
She's growing up. She's a big, awkward filly. So we just tap the brakes and give her time. B-. You're right. C's not fair. B-. Pelican Al is B+. I think he's got
Okay.
some speed. What did you think I was going to say?
B-.
No, he's got some speed, and he looked good the other day. You know, here's a weird thing. For those of you that are horsemen out there, you'll like this. So he kept ripping his shoes off, crossfiring, getting out of gear, crossfiring. I said to Jason, he's always grabbing the corner where a horse would, the inside corner of the foot, so when they crossfire, that right hind, so to speak, will come up and hit that left corner of the foot. Now, when you're crossfiring, you can hit up in the meat, you can cause injuries, but more times than not, you'll see them grab that inside corner of that shoe and rip it off, right? He lost his shoe 50 times if he's lost it once from the time we broke him. So the other day, the blacksmith there, I said, all right, that's enough. Just put a set of mushroom bars on him. There's no more corners on the shoes. We just put the shoe on him that it looks like a mushroom, right? We wore them on Think of Galaxies. We wore them on a number of horses. I like them. They take a lot of pressure off the foot itself. I can't have them on forever. But what they don't have is a corner for him to grab. Mm-hmm. And you know what he stopped doing? Getting out of gear. He stopped ripping his shoe off for sure. But he stopped getting out of gear. He seems sounder on the track. He seems more comfortable. Jason said he was very good again the other day. Eric likes him. Said he trained great. Absolutely B+. And you?
I was going to say a B.
Actually, I think you said B-, didn't you?
Well, I was behind him with Gorgeous Package the other day, and I was like, I'm not sitting back here.
Why? It was rough?
He wasn't keeping up.
I think Jason was just dragging his feet.
Lazy.
A little bit lazy, but that's okay. Better than hot and crazy.
Yeah.
Pelican L is next is?
Princess Dream, A+.
A+, Princess Dream. You're not going to get more perfect than her. She does everything perfectly.
Resolve Indeed, I think she deserves an A+. How many times did you run today?
No, she ran at the start because she knuckled over bad. That's a concern.
Oh yeah, I saw her scalper went flying.
Yeah, we got a Baycox her. I thought that maybe I said Tyler, Tyson, you got to blister this horse up. And he goes, Anthony, she is. I looked down. She had a little scurf on her stifles. It wasn't that. She's got kind of loose stifles, and a lot of times we will Baycox those horses that are kind of loose over the hind end. So I suspect the Baycox will help. So
she
the
had
knuckling
no
over.
out of that left hock.
Yeah, but it's not her hocks. It's just, you can tell. It's just the way she knuckles over. It's for sure it's her stifles. So she knuckled over and made a break. I caught the field. And then when we were going around that other set, that other crew that was going, she just got a little, I had a Murphy blind in the inside of her, and she kept trying to look around to see what was going on. I think she just lost her attention and run. But I spotted you guys 10 lengths at that point. She caught up, got right up alongside Amy, and at no point did I think for a second I wasn't going to jog, because she's that good. She's a little tiger. She loves to win. When she was catching up too, it wasn't like she was crazy and hot and angry, because they'll do that sometimes. No. It was like she got halfway close to you guys and she's like, hey, don't worry, I got this. And she just kind of moved over and coasted right up alongside you, and I had a decent hold of her. I just chirped her and tapped her on the tail. Gone. She is an A+ all day long. And isn't known for making breaks. This was a break manufactured by something that is bothering her. That's not a mental thing. That was a physical thing, and we'll fix that.
AJ.
AJ has to be an A+. Yeah. He's got his issues, his breathing or whatnot, but he's just so fast. How do you not give him an A+? It's impossible.
Alexandra.
A+. Rose and Alexandra is perfect right now. And Eric has done a tremendous job with this filly. This filly, there's a few horses in the barn that feels like, we'll just put them in to qualify next week. Yeah. And they could. And she's one of them. She is a very, very fast filly. Now, we're not putting them in to qualify next week. I'm just saying, that's how they give you that feeling, like they're just so perfect right now. That's her. Rosetta, I'm going to give a B+ too. I think she's an A+ filly, but she's really got to get her stuff together. I think she's going through a spurt where mentally and physically.
She reminds me of Freedom Hill a little bit.
No, she's not as bad. Like Freedom Hill's got that what the hell, I would stab you if the lights went out kind of attitude.
Have you?
Rosetta, she's got a mean streak. Not the same way on the track though. Freedom Hill, her anger towards the human race follows her onto the racetrack. Rosetta gets out in the track, it's on the left line. It might be a little something going on there. Nothing we could find in the deck could find.
I couldn't find any splints or
anything. But I think this is a nice filly, and I like her a lot. I just see so much potential in her. When I look at where she is now and where I think she could get to, it has to be B+.
Yep, I agree with that.
Shitty! She sits at the bar. I told Amy the other day. I didn't win the other day, by the way.
I know.
I didn't get to the priest. But she was flying, almost racehorse speed down the lane. Perfect. I love this filly. I think we got a real nice filly on our hands. Well, listen, she's the second foal, I think. Her brother is a styer at Hanover Shoe Farms right now in Volume 8. 2-year-old Trot of the Year in the USTA last year. She sits at the bars, no joke. She's a nice filly.
So, I was going to give her an A, though.
What? Because she made those breaks?
No, but she
didn't run on me the other day. Never offered to. Mm-hmm. Well, you're allowed to mark her however you want. It's your class. I'm marking her in my class. My class, she gets an A+. I don't know what she gets in your class, but it's up whatever you want to give her.
She gets an A.
Okay.
There's
she
room
gets an
for
A.
improvement.
Okay. Southwind Ibex, lazy. You got to chase him, but he's got a sweet gait. I want to believe that this horse will put the muscle on and everything will come together. He's got a pretty good pedigree. He's got a sweet gait, as I said, really nice gait. Doesn't make a whole lot of mistakes. Gets sounder now. Did they cry all those splints on him?
Oh, that's a good question.
I don't know if they got him done. I think the horse is a nice horse. I'm going to give him an A-, only because I think he can get so much better. He's a Muscle Hill. He's well-bred. He's slick-gated. I'm giving him an A-. Yeah, he's lazy. That'll pass.
B.
B. Okay. It's not even a B+. Okay.
Speed of sound?
Speed it. A-. Oh, really? A. Oh, my God.
Well,
I just think she could get so much better. She's so big now. She's going to be a nice filly. I like this filly so much. I just think with the splints and the breaks that she'll make, sometimes one leads to the other. But I think she could be a race car down the road. I'm giving her an A-. I like you giving her an A. I like she's grown on you. She's grown on you because the last time we talked about her in the summer, I was getting yelled at.
You get yelled at.
Yeah, you yelled at me. The Priest, A+.
Yes.
Now you see it. I told everybody you'd see it. We castrated him. Best thing we ever did was castrate this horse. He now has turned into a full-fledged rookie racehorse. I say it like that because he does everything proper now. Like this horse a lot. And I'm not saying I own none of them. I looked twice. I own none of them. He's fast. He's a nice horse. Amy picked him out. Yeah, I'll call a spade a spade. You picked the Priest out all on your own. I had nothing to do with it. Trevino on green, A-. Nice colt, lots of talent. Was castrated the other day.
Yeah, I'm interested to see how he does after.
He's fine. He's fine. I think Danny's going to find...
How does he have that many shares left?
Danny's going to find also... Look, these guys all screwed up. That's my bad. My bad. How's he have that many shares left? I don't know. It's an enigma. There's one horse I believe is going to lose all his shares this weekend if the person I was talking to follows through on it. And that would be... What's his name?
Who?
Arrowhead Hanover. But
it's the person you were talking to.
Yeah, but Trevino on green, nice colt also. Really, really nice colt also. Keep going. Oh, we didn't mark him. I gave him an A-, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Trevino on green, A-. Wander Hill, I'm going to give a B-. I want to say C.
Really?
I just like him too much. I think he's going to come forward. I think he's going to be a nice horse. He just isn't there yet. Just maturity. Mentally,
he just got gelded.
Mentally, he's going to storm into the A category real soon. Physically, a little bit slower, but lots of time. B-.
I was going to say B.
Okay.
Westland Warrior.
I think Westland Warrior is A+, but he's
Mm-hmm.
made mistakes. You said B+. You are mean. You are bone mean. That's ignorant.
He's ignorant.
He can be, yeah. That's all right. He's a Father Patrick, and he was recently gelded. He has every right to be ignorant. I think he's a nice colt. I think he's one of our most talented horses, and I like him. The fact that he ran in so bad when I put him in gear coming out of the turn leads me to believe that there still is quite a bit of residual soreness from where he was castrated. And the fact that he did his work... No. There's not... No, that was all physical.
Okay.
There's nothing... That was not mental. That was all physical the other day. I think he's going to be a nice colt. I'm giving him an A because I like him. This is the first huge discrepancy.
I said B.
You said B-, didn't you? B is below B+. So you gave him a B and I gave him an A. There's quite a few grades in between. That's a huge discrepancy. A.
What a lady, what a night.
I'm going to give her a B.
I was going to say B+.
Yeah, she's got a nice gait. She's got a long way to go, but they both do. All of them do. But I like her. I think she's a nice filly, but I'm sticking to B.
Woodmere Betcha.
Woodmere Betcha I like. I'm giving her a B+. B+, I was going to say A-, but she hasn't quite got to that A category today, and I can hear Danny chasing her behind. So to me, you're going to have to maybe snug those hobbles up one more hole, let her dance, put her in gear, but there's tons of time. There's no rush.
Did she stay in gear today?
Oh, yeah. I could hear him behind us. Like, we were rocking down the lane. I could hear him chasing her behind us, and she never put a step in, so, yeah, I'm going B+.
Kemp. Yves St. Kemp.
I'm going to give him a C. Yves St. Kemp's a C, but the fact that he did his work the other day, and I could see him interfering. I could see him hit. He touched his knee a couple times. Yeah, got to get the hobbles off him. I'd like to turn his shoes around, put a longer set of shoes on him. We're going to make some wholesale shoeing adjustments to him this week, and I think they'll really pay off. Not going to do them before. Yeah, I might get Enos to do them on Monday just to see if he's that much better. So that's our list. 1 hour exactly. 1 hour. That's our grading system. Anthony's class and Amy's class. Who passed, who failed. Now you all know.